Hi, and welcome to our introduction to acids and bases. So chemical reactions play quite an important role in our day-to-day lives. We have our chemicals in the kitchen, in the laundry, around our house, the garden, and even inside our body. And what we're going to do today is look at some of the different acids and base reactions that occur. So before we can really start, we need to think about, well, what is an acid? So an acid is a substance and it does dissolve in water and it releases hydrogen ions. So all our acids have a hydrogen ion in them. So our most common acids that we've had, and you will have heard of many of them before, are hydrochloric acid, our sulfuric acid, and our nitric acid. There are many, many more, but these are the main ones that you will have been using or will continue to use inside the lab. So our acids are corrosive substances. The ones that you're going to be using in class are going to be of a more dilute form, but in general, they are quite corrosive. And they can react with solid substances and eat them away. And you'll often hear about that with Coke in your teeth, acid rain and what it does to your cars, and so on. So you will also have heard of battery acid, stomach acid, and so forth. And some of these strong acids, so sulfuric acid is a strong acid, can really break down the fats and so forth in your living tissues. And so it's not great, obviously, for our body. Now, most of our acids, when it reacts with other things, produces heat, and that's called an exothermic reaction. But not all our acids are strong acids. Some weaker acids we'll see in ant stings, bee stings. They might cause a little bit of pain, but ultimately it subsides fairly quickly. Some acids are even safe to eat, such as our citric acid in our sherbets, that sour taste that we get. Bases, on the other hand, are almost like the opposite of an acid. So we're just going to concentrate on mainly the strong bases that we call alkalis. Now, an alkali is an ionic compound that dissolves in water, and this time, instead of releasing hydrogen ions, they release hydroxide ions. So they tend to have a bitter taste. They're slippery, so think soaps and detergents and so forth. Some are also corrosive, especially those real strong ones, things like the caustic soda that we had mentioned in class, which is used in oven cleaner. And many of them are used to break down fats and hair and vegetable oils. So again, thinking of our cleaning products, our shampoos and so forth, are used to break down those fats that we have to cleanse our body. So how are we going to tell whether a substance is acidic or basic? We use something that is called an indicator. And an indicator is used to determine whether a substance is an acid or if it is a base. Now, one of the most basic types of indicators is our litmus indicator. It is from a natural plant-based substance called lichen, and our paper is soaked in that and then dried, and then it produces some paper that will change colour in an acid and in a base. So our blue litmus paper, if it turns red, then we know it's an acid. If I have red litmus paper and it turns blue, then it's a base. So basically, if something is red, it's acidic, and if it is blue, it is basic. If it doesn't change at all in either of them, then it's a neutral substance. So in our next lesson in class, we're going to do a prac to determine what substances that we have around the home, our everyday substances, are they acidic or are they basic? See you then.